Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us here at Your Health. On today's program, we will be taking your calls for the entire program. So, in order to talk to the most of you possible, let's go to our news right away and see what's happening in the health world. Following the Mediterranean diet reduces the risk of macular degeneration. Researchers from the American Academy of Ophthalmology evaluated 883 Portuguese subjects ages 55 and up for their diet and eye health. Of these 883, 449 had macular degeneration. They found those who closely adhered to the Mediterranean diet were at 35% reduced risk of macular degeneration. They also found the fruit content of the Mediterranean diet is what provides the majority of the macular degeneration preventing benefit. Macular degeneration is the leading cause of blindness in America. The study found if the person consumed about 5 ounces or more of fruit a day, their risk of macular degeneration was reduced by about 15%. But if that fruit-rich diet is also a part of what we call the Mediterranean diet, then the risk of macular degeneration was reduced by 35%. The study reveals that certain nutrients, mostly found in fruits and vegetables, help to preserve eyesight. They are beta-carotene, vitamin C and vitamin E, and caffeine. Now, we do not usually think of caffeine as a nutrient, and it's not found in fruits and vegetables, but since caffeine has antioxidant properties, those who drank a little more coffee or tea were also at reduced risk of macular degeneration. That's interesting, isn't it? Now, the findings of this study are in line with the findings of the age-related eye disease study 2. This study found those who took the carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin were at reduced risk of macular degeneration. Now, once again, the Mediterranean diet features fruits and vegetables, fermented dairy, whole grains when appropriate, fish, modest portions of red meat, and no genetically modified foods, and very little, if any, food additives and preservatives. Are you addicted to social media? Internationally recognized smartphone addiction researcher and author James Roberts, PhD, reports the answers to 6 questions may well give you an idea. Roberts, a faculty member at Baylor University, states addictions, whether they be to a substance such as tobacco or to an activity like smartphone use, display 6 key characteristics. If these characteristics describe your smartphone use, you may be addicted. Past research from Dr. Roberts has shown that typical university student spends 10 to 11 hours a day using their smartphone. Well, folks, how is your smartphone use? How about your kids and your grandkids? Could you or they possibly be over-dependent on modern technology? Well, let's take the quiz and find out. Now, first question, is your social media use deeply integrated into your daily life? This feature is called salience. Does the suspect activity permeate every aspect of your life? That's number 1. Now for number 2. Do you regularly depend on social media use for excitement or a sense of euphoria? Next, do you need to spend more and more time to get a buzz from social media? This is known as tolerance. Number 4, do you get nervous when you are not on social media? Is there a withdrawal if your smartphone is lost or broken? And 5, does your use of social media ever create conflict or problems? Is there a conflict in the family or among friends because of your smartphone use? And finally, have you tried to cut back on the use of social media but failed? Do you relapse into old behaviors in spite of good intentions? Well, as you can see, this questionnaire could be used to determine if you're addicted to a drug, but it also describes millions of young smartphone users. There must be middle ground where we take advantage of modern technology, but we do not become over-dependent. Balance in all things. Low-dose ionizing radiation, such as occurs with X-rays and medical imaging tests, may contribute to the development of Alzheimer's disease. Researchers from the University of Southern Denmark exposed laboratory animals to various amounts of X-ray radiation. The first type of exposure was a low dose over an extended period of time. The second was a high dose over a short period of time. Both protocols exposed the animals to about 1/1000th the dose of radiation a human would receive from a single CT scan. When they analyzed the brains of the radiation-exposed animals, all showed early evidence of Alzheimer's disease. The study was published by OncoTarget. Well, folks, as you can see, This is a real problem. Researchers from the University of Southern Denmark have found being exposed to radiation, such as occurs whenever you have an X-ray or a CT scan, may contribute to the development of Alzheimer's disease. In this study, the first group of mice was given a low dose of radiation over an extended period of time, and this was meant to replicate the radiation exposure that occurs when we fly at high altitude as a commercial pilot or when we work around nuclear technologies as a technician would. The second group was given a high dose over a short period of time, meant to replicate the radiation exposure from receiving a CT scan of the head, for example. Both groups of mice, short and long-term radiation exposure, showed the early signs of Alzheimer's disease. Now, every year, there are some 60 million CT scans performed in the United States alone, and 1/3 of these are conducted on the head and neck. We recently reported a study that found almost half of all medical personnel, including doctors, are unaware that a CT scan of the pelvis and abdomen uses the amount of radiation used to perform around 1,000 chest X-rays, and a CT scan of the coronary arteries equals 1,500 chest X-rays worth of radiation. The mice in our current study were exposed to 1/1000th of the radiation delivered during a CT scan, or the amount from just one chest X-ray. And all these mice showed the early signs of Alzheimer's disease. This is the first study that I'm aware of that has made this finding, and I'm sure we will hear more on this issue soon. So stay tuned for updates. Well, today in Your Health, we will be taking your calls. I can't wait to talk to you. We'll be right back. Can you lower your risk of disease? The answer is yes. One way is by including fruit in your diet. Fruit contains valuable nutrients that can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even some cancers.
We've searched the world and found 4 fruits we believe are among the best. Noni from Polynesia, acai from the Amazon, and 2 new ones, goji and mangosteen.
These 4 juices each have amazing properties that make them great additions to your nutritional plan. If you're a diabetic or have chronic pain, these juices will help you feel better and have more energy. Plus, they help with digestion.
Now you can experience the health-promoting benefits of all 4 in one convenient package we call the Fruits of the World 4-pack. And remember, it's 50% off by the case. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. We all have said, I need to get some exercise, but how many of us put on our walking shoes and go? Learning a little more about the health benefits of exercise may help you get motivated to lace up those walking shoes. Exercise helps to control our appetite and weight. It maintains strong muscles. It promotes the release of endorphins that counter depression while helping us feel good about our lives. Exercise helps to lower blood glucose, promotes a strong circulatory system, and controls cholesterol. Exercise even helps us get a good night's sleep. Recent research finds dog owners who regularly walk their pet are 34% more likely to achieve fitness goals. You can get all of these health benefits by walking 30 minutes 4 times a week, just 30 minutes a day. Start today, and you'll start to get all those benefits. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
Fungal infections are common, so what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth, and it improves many other health conditions.
At BioInnovations, we offer oregano in gel caps and liquid extract.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve.
So take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano gel caps or oil of oregano liquid extract. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be taking your calls the entire hour today. If you don't already know the number, take it down, put it on speed dial, call us at 800-635-2673. We want to talk to you today, and Richard is standing by. He's right here beside me, ready to talk to you. Let's go to Ohio now and welcome Jerry to the show. Hi, Jerry.
Hi.
Hello, Jerry. How are you today?
All right.
Yeah? What's on your mind? How can we help you?
Well, about a year ago, I got a real bad infection to my bloodstream, and when I was in the hospital, they done an EKG, and they found that it didn't look right, and so they went in and done a heart catheter and said I had 2 blockages in the bottom of my heart that they couldn't get to.
Okay, the coronary arteries were blocked in the bottom of the heart. Okay, go ahead.
And so they got me on all kinds of medication and everything to try to, I guess, to break it up. But I'm having trouble with my cholesterol, but I can't take the pills because they really make me hurt. My feet and everything, my whole body hurts when I take it.
Okay.
And I just wonder, is there anything natural that I can take to help with that?
So the problem is your cholesterol level, and you have blockages in your... were you having any heart symptoms? Angina,
No.
irregular heartbeats, anything like that?
No, it's just every so often, like I would have an anxiety attack. That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
I got real bad sick, and they had to rush me to the hospital.
Okay. Do you have any other risk factors for coronary artery disease, such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, sedentary activity, anything else?
I have diabetes, but I had it under control, and I don't know what happened. I don't do anything different. I eat the way I'm supposed to.
You're having trouble controlling your diabetes now?
Well, for the last 2 weeks, they've been of the mornings have been from 132 to 163.
Okay. What's this about a blood infection?
I had a kidney infection, and I didn't realize I had it. I thought I do a lot of lifting. I work at Walmart, and I thought it was just from lifting, but evidently it was a kidney infection, and it got out of control and went through my bloodstream.
But is that under control now?
Yes.
Okay, so your main question is, what do I do about my elevated cholesterol? Because I've been having heart symptoms, and I have diabetes, so you have multiple risk factors for heart disease, and we need to manage that. Jerry, can you tell me how high your cholesterol was?
They said, I thought they said 33, something like that.
33? That doesn't quite make sense. Your HDLs, we don't know. You can't tell me. And it really is relevant because the authorities in heart disease just released a protocol for the use of statin cholesterol-lowering drugs in the prevention of heart disease, and they determined that at age 70 to 75, if you're older than that and you're on the cusp of that, it doesn't really help to take statin drugs. It's not recommended to use statin drugs in older people. The evidence is not there for it. But the evidence is there for other people younger than that. So you're in that group, you have risk factors, you didn't have a coronary event, meaning a heart attack, but that nauseousness and anxiety, that can be a sign of heart and angina in women. It's much more, women have a little different symptoms of coronary artery disease than men. And so your doctors found that, and they want to do something proactive to prevent a big event, like a heart attack and your death. And so I understand why they're giving you this medicine, but you're learning, you have found that the statins, you don't tolerate them so well, right? Yes.
I don't.
Well, how about the diabetes? This is the thing that gets overlooked all the time in cholesterol issues. If your thyroid is off, if your diabetes is under poor control, you're going to have high cholesterol. Why take a cholesterol-lowering drug when you need to control the diabetes or get on proper thyroid hormone replacement? How's your thyroid doing? Have they ever tested that?
They never tested it, no.
Well, are you sure they didn't? They didn't. Well, okay, I just have to assume they didn't.
Not as I know of, they didn't, no.
Well, I'll tell you, I think what you should do is educate. Are you feeling well enough to do some reading?
Yes.
Okay. I want to send you Dr. Sinatra's book on the great cholesterol hoax, you know, the myth of cholesterol. Cholesterol is a player as a risk factor in heart disease, but it is not nearly as much as they would want you to believe. Statins help to prevent heart attacks because they're powerful anti-inflammatory drugs. If we're going to use something that is an anti-inflammatory to prevent heart attacks, we can do other things, things that you can tolerate. And I want you to learn more about it. Are you sure this infection is cleared up? Are you still on antibiotics?
No, I'm not on no antibiotics or nothing, and I went to the doctor, and he said everything was okay. I mean, they didn't take blood tests or nothing, but...
Okay. Well, let's get to the part that actually is going to help you. Number one, I want you to read more. I want you to understand more about what really causes heart attacks and what we can do about it. And Dr. Sinatra has been such a good friend to this program, and in our viewing audience, he's learned so much from 40 years of being a cardiologist. And what I really love about the man, he's willing to share his life experience with the world. You just got to have a copy of his books. He's written 15 books. It's all down, and we can learn from this. I want to send you his book on cholesterol so you understand that better. I also want you to benefit from what he calls metabolic cardiology, the awesome foursome: CoQ10, L-carnitine, D-ribose, magnesium, and we like to add the fish oil because it plays such an important role. I want you to improve your diet. I want to send you Foundations for Healing for, you know, we talk a lot about the Mediterranean style of eating. And labeling this type of diet as the Mediterranean diet was not popular when I first penned that book, so I didn't call it the Mediterranean diet, but it is. It is essentially the Mediterranean diet. And we have to improve our diet. Folks, if you only knew the effect of all the chemicals in our diet, you would never eat anything but organic for the rest of your life. And I search for ways to help people to understand that. In the new segment of our show, I know it's depressing when you hear about all the pollution and the flame retardants and the plasticizers and the pesticides and all these things that are in our environment. This stuff is killing us, folks. Everyone's concerned about global warming when it's the pollution that's the threat to humanity. It's the pollution. Getting rid of DDT did not solve the problem. Putting catalytic converters on cars have helped, but it's not enough. We have to take care of this. And, you know, if your doctor hasn't checked your thyroid in light of impending heart disease, you need a new doctor. I don't mean to be offensive to anybody. You at least need a consultation with a diagnostician or a cardiologist or somebody who's really good at diagnosing heart problems and being holistic. So I'd recommend you take another look at this. Get started on the Heart Smart plan. Start reading. And think of this. We can lower your cholesterol with the tocotrienol. This is a form of vitamin E. I want to send you a little of this so you can get started on 50 milligrams of tocotrienol every day. It helps to lower the cholesterol level without all the problems of the statin drugs. Does this make sense to you, Jerry?
It sure does.
Okay, I think we've communicated. So your care package is coming. Thank you for your call. Hang in there. Help is on its way. We'll be right back, folks.
Are you one of the 62 million Americans suffering from gastrointestinal problems? Do you struggle with other chronic conditions? That's why we offer Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics.
After years of research, we developed a revolutionary probiotic formula with gastrodefense technology. This system protects the good bacteria from stomach acid so the probiotics reach the intestines where they go to work. Additionally, we use live count technology to prolong the shelf life of the probiotics, so there's no need for refrigeration.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics is a powerful combination and one of the most effective formulas available today. And we offer a children's chewable formula too, both at prices you can afford. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. Our health depends on the choices we make every day, and few conditions are as dependent on our choices as diabetes. So here is your daily diabetic checklist. Number 1, take your diet seriously every day. Eat lean protein and leafy vegetables. Number 2, sugars and starches raise blood glucose, so reduce them in your diet. Number 3, check your blood glucose and record the readings every day. Number 4, take your medication daily and don't skip. And number 5, try to exercise every day. It will help you take off weight, which will help your body regulate blood sugar better. If you are diabetic, this is your quick daily checklist that could make life better. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker.
Do you believe that nature holds the answer to your health needs? Are you looking for a supplement that's simple and pure, yet really works?
If you're looking for nature's answer to better health, look to Aloha Noni Juice. It's pure and fresh, just like nature intended. Aloha Noni Juice is brought to you direct from the islands of Polynesia.
Aloha Noni Juice is 100% pure with no added sugar or sweet fruit fillers. It's the perfect addition to your low-sugar diet.
Aloha Noni Juice drinkers will tell you their vitality, energy, and sense of well-being have improved, along with relief from many painful conditions. Made by nature, proven by science, Aloha Noni Juice contains only nature's best.
And now you can enjoy the benefits of our new 100% certified organic Noni Juice. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. We're back, everyone, taking your calls the entire hour today. Let's go to Oklahoma now and welcome Mary. Hi there, Mary.
Hi.
Hello, Mary. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. What's on your mind? How can we help you?
I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, Sjogren's, Raynaud's, and all these things. And I'm having numbness, and my hand is going numb, especially my right hand. I'm right-handed. And my left foot goes numb.
How long have you been dealing with this, Mary?
With all of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Since 1989.
1989, so you've had this long term.
Mm-hmm.
What changed in your life in 1988, 87 that led to this? Did you have a big event?
I had the loss of a daughter in 1980.
Okay, that's stressful. Were you in a car accident or a major operation or any other stressful events?
Hysterectomy in 79.
Yeah.
And then her death in 80.
Uh-huh.
And then my father in 81.
But it took 8 years or so to impact with the presentation of disease.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Raynaud's is a phenomenon where the blood vessels in the extremities can dilate, and you get a bluish color of the hands, and then they constrict. It starts with a reddish color of the hands, and then the arteries constrict, and then you get a bluish color of the hands. And cold can initiate it. I think of Raynaud's as migraine of the hands or the feet. It can happen in the feet, but it's usually the hands. And my approach to Raynaud's is the same as the approach to migraines. Something's causing vaso instability in your system, and it can be associated with autoimmune diseases. Now, if you want an antidote, if you want a drug to treat this, you came to the wrong guy. and no doctor's going to give you anything because there isn't anything that fixes this. Isn't that what your doctors have said? Well, we don't have a drug for this, but it's associated with autoimmune disease. Maybe if we treat the autoimmune disease, the Raynaud's will get better. Isn't that kind of the implications you've been getting, Mary?
That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, but it's not working, is it?
No, everything I'm trying, it's not working as far as the...
All right. What's your vitamin D level, Mary?
I think it was 60.
60?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Been taking 5,000 units of vitamin D3.
How long have you been doing that?
Yes.
How long? How long?
About 2 years.
Have you noticed any difference in your disease pattern?
I seem to have more energy, not a lot more, but some more energy.
So we're on the right track. I want you to continue the vitamin D. You can bump it up a little higher, try to get it to 80. So if you're at 5,000 gives you 60, 7,000 would get you to 80 or so. See, the thing with vitamin D is as the dose goes higher and higher, it takes more and more to raise the level. So 1,000 will take, if you're not taking any, 1,000 will barely get you to sufficient. The next 1,000 will get you to 28. The next 1,000 to 35. The next 1,000, 40. You see what diminishing return. So to go from 60 up to 80, well, you're going to have to add 2,000 or 3,000 to get up. But I want you at higher levels. Next, I want you to take a diary of everything you eat and every basic activity you engage in for 90 days. It's a big task, but it will change your life. So if you have sardines and crackers for lunch, you write that down. If you have a soda pop for a break in the afternoon, write it down. It doesn't have to be a long descriptive of your emotions and everything. You know, you don't need that. Took a walk. What I ate. Slept 10 hours. Only slept 6 hours last night. The Raynaud's was terrible. You will find patterns, Mary. Something is going on in your life that's initiating this. Something, and oftentimes it's the thing you like the most. It may be gluten. Have you been tested for gluten sensitivity?
No, I haven't.
Well, that's one of the first things I do because the wheat, the bread of today, doesn't even resemble the bread of 50 years ago. It's a completely different source of gluten. The gluten content is extraordinarily high in today's wheat. And they've done that because gluten has a sweet, gummy texture to it, and it binds the bread together, and it stays on the shelf a long time, and it makes the bread taste more like cake than bread, and the American consumer loves that. But it's to their demise. So I want you to take this diary of what you eat, what you do, everything, your medicines, even Tylenol if you're taking a Tylenol, anything. Write it down and you will see patterns. Look for stress. Look for signs of infection. Look for foods. Get your vitamin D level up, get it up, and then I want you to get onto a program that helps to stabilize your blood vessels. And we do the same thing in migraines. And so this is vitamin D, curcumin, and magnesium. That's the foundation. That's the foundation. Vitamin D, curcumin, and magnesium. These are vasoactive substances. They help to control the reaction in the blood vessels. And this is what's going to really help you over time. I also want you to take exercise. I want you to drink more water. And I want you to take a good multiple vitamin that has all the essential nutrients. And my favorite one of all the vitamins out there is our Active Adult multiple vitamin and mineral. It has a little extra whey protein, so we get enough protein. It has a little extra B12. It has a little extra calcium. So it's designed to help seniors with their particular needs. And the Heart Smart Plan, CoQ10, L-carnitine, D-ribose, magnesium, that plays a role here, and fish oil. These help to keep the arteries soft and pliable. Now, Mary, we have a little over a minute before we have to go to the break. We can't help it. We have to go to this break. But I want you to ask that question you're hesitant on, because there's something you haven't mentioned yet that you need to mention it to me now so I can help you. What is that?
Well, I'm just not sleeping well, and I seem to be depressed all the time. I'm buying all these vitamins and taking everything and trying to eat as good as I can, but it limits me. The pain in my feet limits me from walking, and
I understand that, but you're not doing the diary of your foods. I promise you, you're eating something, drinking something, doing something on a daily basis that is making your problem worse. I do not expect a cure. But if I can cut these incidences of severe pain in your hands down to once a month versus every day, that would be a godsend, wouldn't it? I would think so, and you're going to be able to find that. Don't hit and miss on vitamins. Go with the plan I just gave you. The multiple vitamin, the Heart Smart plan, take the diary, the magnesium, the curcumin, and the vitamin D. We're going to make progress. I promise you, you're going to. We just got to stick with it. Now we have a break. We'll be back. Is your life out of balance? It may be. The average American consumes far too many omega-6s and not enough omega-3s. This creates an imbalance.
So what can we do to get back in balance? We can eat a healthy diet.
And most of us need to supplement with omega-3 rich fish oil. Fish oil contains omega-3s with DHA and EPA, fatty acids that promote good brain and heart health. So reduce omega-6 in your nutritional plan and boost omega-3 to get back in balance.
To help you do that, BioInnovations offers two products, the Fish Oil Complex and Omega 369, both formulated for your health and well-being. So how do you choose? For highest levels of DHA and EPA, choose the Fish Oil Complex. For a balanced formula, choose the 369. Go online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. I'm Cindy Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. The next time you're buying meat, look for low-fat, uncured, unprocessed meat in its natural state. Why? A low-fat natural meat diet could be the healthiest of all. Research from Harvard University compared processed meat diets with natural meat diets. The extensive study involved more than 1 million people in 10 countries. The scientists discovered a diet of processed meat that contains preservatives and nitrate-curing agents, such as bacon, sausage, and deli meats, increased the risk of heart disease by 42% and diabetes by 19%. They also found natural meats, free of these curing and preserving agents, did not raise the risk of heart disease or diabetes at all. So shop for lean, uncured meats free of additives and in their natural state. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Have you heard about the health-promoting power of medicinal mushrooms? These remarkable mushrooms include maitake, shiitake, reishi, and ABM. The medicinal mushrooms contain beta-glucans, compounds that promote healthy immune function while helping to coordinate multiple body systems.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Mushroom Complex with maitake, shiitake, reishi, and ABM in one convenient product.
Our mushroom complex features the safest and most powerful medicinal mushrooms available, providing natural support for a variety of health conditions.
BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. So give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. We're back, everyone, taking your calls the entire hour today. So if you haven't tried before, pick up that phone, dial 800-635-2673. We'd love to talk to you. Well, let's go to California now and welcome Betty. Hi there, Betty.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful.
What's on your mind, Betty?
I'm having problems with my blood pressure.
All right.
My doctor wasn't in on one occasion, and this doctor ordered lisinopril,
Yes.
which I'm allergic to. It caused my stomach to be upset and gave me diarrhea, so I had to stop that. So my doctor has ordered Vasotec.
Betty, you know, those two medicines are in the same family. If you have trouble with one, you're probably going to have trouble with the other. Not always, but
Now,
that's the pattern.
Years ago, I took Vasotec, and I had no problems with it.
Okay,
Over 20
you're the
years
exception.
ago, I took that.
Are you back on the Vasotec?
Well, he's ordered a Nelapril, which is generic for Vasotec.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm to pick that up today, but I wanted to know, what I could do naturally.
Sure.
As the blood pressure come down, because I only have one kidney, and I'm concerned about that. But it's working well.
Yeah, one kidney we need to protect. The second leading cause of kidney failure in America is hypertension after diabetes. So it's very important we protect that kidney. Now, how high is your blood pressure?
This morning when I took it, it was 166 over 100. And I had it here, but
have you taken multiple blood pressure readings? Because we do not make a diagnosis of hypertension based on 1 or 2 readings. We need to do multiple. You've had multiple readings taken, correct?
This morning it was 177 over 107.
Okay.
And then yesterday it was 166 over 97. And then on the 13th, it was 139 over 80, and the 12th, 162 over 91.
Okay. Now, the next question is your blood pressure cuff the proper size?
Yes.
A blood pressure cuff that is too small for your arm will give you a falsely high reading. A blood pressure cuff that is too big for your arm will give you a falsely low reading. And if you put on some weight, some people carry their weight in their arm. And if you use a small person's cuff, it's not accurate. So I know it seems like a nitpicky point, but there are people who have taken blood pressure medicine for years simply because they're using the wrong side cuff. And I would hate to see that happen to you. So do you have confidence that your cuff is the right size for you?
Yeah, I took the machine to the doctor's office.
Good. The next thing we have to answer is your machine, if it's automated or if it's a pump-up sphygmomanometer, is it calibrated properly? Is it accurate? And all of that you've checked. The doctors know to do this. See, that's why we say, bring your blood pressure cuff into the office and we'll check it against ours to make sure it's accurate. All that's been done.
Yes.
Okay. Any other health conditions that I should know about? Are you diabetic?
No.
No. All right.
I have an old back injury about 40 years ago.
You're not taking an anti-inflammatory every day? Are you taking ibuprofen? Because that can raise your blood pressure.
I don't take any medication.
Good for you. Boy, that's the way to live. If you can do it. We use medicines when we need them, but if you don't need them, it's a better way to go. Well, there's several things we can do. Number one, low vitamin D levels are associated with hypertension. And the authorities that represent drug companies don't want you to know that. But I know from study, and I know in my heart, that when we're low in vitamin D, we're much more susceptible to hypertension. So how is your vitamin D level? Have you had it checked, Betty?
Yes, I just had it checked, and I think it's low because it's 36.0.
Yes, that's too low. Now, for the old standard, that's okay. But I would like to see yours between 50 to 70, and we're talking nanograms. They use 2 units, millimoles and nanograms. Most use nanograms, so 50 to 70, if you could get it to that. Are you ingesting plenty of fruits and vegetables in your diet because they contain potassium? Potassium lowers blood pressure. How about you?
Yes.
A little orange juice every day, a little banana, even taking a potassium supplement, which you can get over the counter now. You don't want to take extraordinarily high amounts of potassium. You don't want to do that with anything. But people with higher potassium levels have remarkably low fatal heart attack rates. It's amazing. It's like 95% lower risk of a fatal heart attack. And that's the whole really point of that end, protecting your kidneys. So the potassium. The next is magnesium. Are you on any magnesium supplement?
Yes.
Boy, you're doing all the right things. You're our poster child for today. How are you getting your magnesium? Tell me about it.
It's chelated. I heard you talk about it. And it's chelated magnesium, 250 milligrams.
Good. Let's have you take at least 2 of those And what I would do for you is I would take enough magnesium until the bowels get a little loose. Then I'd back off, because loose stool doesn't help anybody, because you lose nutrients when you do that. So that's typically 3 or 4 of the 250 milligrams magnesium. I want you to drink more water. More than you're drinking, just bump it up a little bit. Next is regular exercise. Are you stressed about anything? Is there any turmoil in you? Because chronic stress will promote exercise. You doing okay there? I get the feeling you are from your voice. You're doing pretty good there.
Yeah, in a sense, I'm just taking care of my son. But,
yes.
you know, that's a little stressful.
Sure.
You know, but other than that, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
really.
but not everybody reacts to stress with an elevation of blood pressure. So we'll take that with a grain of salt there. Next, I want you to do the Heart Smart, CoQ10, L-carnitine, D-ribose, and the fish oil, and I want to send you a quality multiple vitamin. Now, the last comment I have for you, along with the Foundations for Healing, I want you to read about healthy lifestyles. And Betty, I got to tell you, you're right on the mark. You're doing a good job. And I'm glad you called, because not everyone can control their blood pressure with natural means. You're doing a good job. We're going to round out your program. But if you need a blood pressure pill to help get it down, do it. Do it, do it, do it, because you don't want a kidney transplant. We only do that as a desperate act. Really, it is. It's a stopgap measure. But if a little blood pressure medicine keeps that blood pressure down and you avoid an operation like that, that medicine's a godsend. Do we agree in that?
Excuse me. So in other words, I can go ahead and take the blood pressure medication?
Yes, you can. If all these things we're doing is not enough to get that pressure down to 130/85 or lower, then take your pill. Okay? We have a deal?
Yes.
I'm going to send you these supplements. It's going to help, but you may still need a medicine, and I'm urging you to go ahead and take the medicine. Study after study after study has shown the side effects of medicine are far outweighed with benefit when we're controlling our blood pressure. You're better off with it, okay? I think we've communicated. All right, we have a break. We'll be back. Vitamin D deficiency is at epidemic levels in the United States. Chances are you aren't getting enough of this essential nutrient. Vitamin D is one of the most important molecules in the human body. It's required for the proper function of nearly 4,000 genes and 1,000 metabolic chemical reactions.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Vitamin D3. Now, supplementing with vitamin D is safe and affordable.
Studies show that vitamin D deficiency can lead to poor immune function, depression, cardiovascular disease, bone disease, diabetes, cancer, and much more. Starting supplementing vitamin D today for better health tomorrow. BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. So give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. During this holiday season, think of the words of the English writer G.K. Chesterton, who said, "When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. No matter the size of our problem, Jesus cares." The Apostle Paul gave the Philippian church this advice in Philippians 4:6. "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Different people have different vitamin and mineral needs. That's why Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Multiple Vitamin and Mineral Powders come in 4 different blends. That's right. When it comes to vitamins, no one formula is right for everyone. For those who don't get enough vegetables in their diet, there's the Organic Green Blend with 3 servings of vegetables in every tablespoon. And for those looking for a boost of fruit and berry phytonutrients, there's the Berry Blend, with 3 servings of fruit in every tablespoon.
And don't forget the Active Adult Blend with extra B vitamins, calcium, and added cofactors like ginkgo and CoQ10.
Plus, we've designed a multiple for those with allergies called the Low Allergy Rice Blend.
Whatever your unique needs are, BioNutrients has a multiple vitamin that's just right for you. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. We're back, everyone. Richard, you had a couple of more things for Betty. I hope she's still with us.
Well, I do. You know, so many of us have high blood pressure, and we want to give as much of the best information possible for everyone. Don't forget, when we're trying to naturally control our blood pressure, noni juice, the Polynesian fruit that tastes bad but makes you feel good. It really help benefit. It has angiotensin converting enzyme inhibition effects, just like Vasotec and lisinopril and nalopril that do as well. Also, olive leaf extract is excellent for blood pressure control. And for everyone, remember, we don't need as much salt as the typical American gets. So
Great.
Round out a complete program, and we're going to make progress. And remember, folks, taking one medicine is a whole lot different than taking 5, 6, 7, 8, or 10 of them.
Right.
Do what you have to do to control that blood pressure.
That's great. I'll be sure to add those to our plan.
Good.
Okay, well, let's go to Florida now and welcome Gail. Hi there, Gail.
Hi.
Hi, Gail. How are you today?
Good.
Well, good. How can we help you?
I'm calling for what is good for, like, muscle spasm. I have a pinched nerve in the lower part of my back.
Yes, ma'am.
And if I stand or sit too long, even I done tried pills, I done tried different medication, and I seem to have muscle spasm, and they come and go. Even when I'm asleep, I sleep with cold pack on me,
Yes.
and I still feel it. At one time I was in the bed, couldn't hardly walk, but I'm walking with the cane now.
Oh, my goodness, Gail. You're suffering, aren't you?
Yes.
How long have you been this way in pain like
I
this?
got like this on September the 21st. I woke up one morning and just couldn't hardly walk.
So you weren't in a car accident, you didn't fall down the stairs or pick up a heavy suitcase and go, ouch, I injured myself.
Yes.
You just woke up in pain.
Yes, what is good for arthritis and
Well,
stiffness?
I'm going to help you with this, but it needs to make sense. Why are we hurting so bad? There's no injuries here. No? Gail?
Yes.
Have you had any x-rays, studies, scans? Have you been
Yes,
to the...
they did an x-ray of my back.
Yes?
He told me, the doctor said I wouldn't need no surgery, but I would need physical therapy. But they told me I couldn't get physical therapy unless he write me a referral. He haven't wrote down yet, but he told me I was working at a daycare. That's where I was
Okay.
working at with babies, and he told me I can't lift
Yes.
anything over 5 pounds.
Oh, well, when you're hurt, if you're having sciatica. I have a couple questions yet, Gail. Forgive me. I want to give you intelligent advice, and that requires some information and feedback. Do you have pain down the leg, or is it in the back?
It's just in the back.
Okay, that's much better to deal with, much easier to deal with than just in the back. May I ask your age, dear? I'm sorry, but...
I'm 53.
Oh, you're still a kid. You got plenty of good time ahead of you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you just want to feel good. Have you ever been to a chiropractor or an osteopath, a physical medicine type doctor who works with the musculoskeletal system? Have you ever done that?
No.
Well, I think you should. You went to an MD. Now, I love the MDs when they are surgeons and top-level specialists, but there's no better family doctor in the world than an osteopath. Because an osteopath is like combining a chiropractor with an MD. We can write for medicines, we can perform surgery, and we can manipulate the spine like a chiropractor does, but we have a higher level of training than a chiropractor. And chiropractors do good work. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean to disparage any chiropractor because I go to a chiropractor. I get help from a chiropractor. Why not use your hands to help people? Physical therapists. See, your doctor told you that that's what you need, but somebody dropped the ball at that office and failed to give you the referral. Call them up and say, hey, I need to go to a physical therapist, a chiropractor, an osteopath. I need some work on my back. I want to get back in the game. Right?
Right.
So, you know, that's the way the medical system is today, folks. We can't assume that they're going to do it all for us. If you do that, you may end up with a big problem on your hands. Now, when we have a back problem, a strain of the back and some muscle spasm, that generally does not end in our demise. But cancer can. Oh, well, I had the pap smear and they never called me. I guess it's all right. Are you sure? Well, I had the colonoscopy and nobody called me with the results. I assume it's all right. Don't accept that. I had the mammogram. I assume it's all right. Nobody ever called me. I know of people who have died because of that phenomenon. I don't want that to happen to any of our viewers. So if they drop the ball, you pick it up and you run for the end zone. We have to be more proactive in our health. Tell you what I'm going to do, Gail. I am going to send you a nice package designed to help those with musculoskeletal and spine pain. It'll have some noni, some glucose, help that arthritis, glucosamine, chondroitin, a little magnesium, gel, and for pills. And I'm going to send you a book that has a full chapter, our book on how to deal with musculoskeletal disorders and chronic spine pain. But get that referral to the hands-on therapist. It makes all the difference in the world, and we'll have you working with those. You know, the kids need your attention. They're so important. And that early time is, and I can tell you have such a kind voice. You are made to help the children, so we'll get you back in the game, folks. We'll be right back. We have important messages. CoQ10 and L-carnitine are among the most important nutrients our bodies use for energy production. Deficiency in these key nutrients can cause serious complications to your health. In fact, statin drugs that are used to lower cholesterol may deplete your CoQ10 levels.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients CoQ10 with L-carnitine. Now, providing support for cardiovascular health is easier than ever before.
CoQ10 and L-carnitine support a healthy heart naturally, as nature intended, and our formulation provides 300% greater absorption of CoQ10 than similar products, using a technology so effective it's patented.
BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Are you looking for a healthy replacement for sodas? For thousands of years, the Far East has enjoyed the many health benefits of green tea. Now the Western world has embraced this potent antioxidant for its many health benefits as both a drink and supplement. Green tea has been thoroughly researched. It's been shown to improve bone density and immunity, as well as levels of cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Research has also shown it to decrease inflammation and one's risk of cardiovascular disease and many forms of cancer. One recent study even found that people who drink 5 or more cups a day were 33% less likely to develop conditions that cause disability. For health, it is everyone's cup of tea. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
For centuries, the herb astragalus has been a staple of traditional Chinese medicine. It's used to create a strong shield, protecting the immune system.
Astragalus is also used to support healthy heart and lung function.
There's even more. Astragalus helps to calm total body inflammation, a common cause of pain and chronic illness.
All of that without the use of medication.
That's right. Support your health the way nature intended with astragalus root.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Astragalus Root Extract. BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128 or order online at bioinnovations.net and see what astragalus can do for your health. That number once again is 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Call today. Your Health is brought to you by BioInnovations, trusted products for your health and well-being. We're back, everyone. This hour has just flown by, hasn't it? Richard, we had amazing calls today.
Yes,
and you
we
know,
really
I think our calls were so varied today, and yet they were the same. So this would make a good opportunity to explain to everyone how holism works.
Well, boy, that's 3 shows in a row, that one. But you have a very good point. American medicine today, everything's jammed into the 3 to 5 minute office visit. And very important tests and concepts are discussed, and maybe the test results never come back to you. Maybe somebody dropped the ball, and we just assume that everything's okay because they never called. Please don't do that. We have to be proactive. There's nothing wrong with calling up and saying, I've never heard on the results. Please email me the results. And I recommend you keep a copy of your results. That's why the email is so handy. But just a word. You know, it's not like having the family doctor down in Main Street of the town like it used to be when we were kids, folks. Everything has changed. We have to be proactive. When the shift changes at the clinic, they forget all about you. I'm sorry to have to say this to you, but you know it's true. That's how it is today. So we have to be more proactive. I'm thinking of Betty in California. She is doing such a good job with her blood pressure, and she wants to avoid medicine. But when you've done all you can, then we use the medicine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. I know you want to avoid as much medicine as possible, and I do too. I want you to do that because it's a better way to live. If we routinely avoid the medicines, then when we need them, they work much better. Yes, we become tolerant to these medications. So we do all we can with our blood pressure, and if we still need the meds, do it. Because the studies have proven, without any doubt in my mind, it's most important to get the blood pressure under control. And honey, you know, I've asked the specialists on this program that very question, and they all say, oh yeah, get it. And get your diabetes under control if it takes medicine, and get your blood pressure under control if it takes medicine. They're emphatic on those 2 subjects. So that's words to the wise for everyone. Now, the Raynaud's phenomena, Mary, the vasoconstriction of the hands, it's like a migraine of the hands. Use migraine management techniques to help you determine. You know, the more I think about Mary's problem, and it can be most disabling, I'm thinking gluten sensitivity. Wouldn't that be something if you're eating a food that's triggering your misery? And she's dealt with this for almost 40 years. That's not so unusual. The typical celiac gluten sensitivity case suffers for 11 years before they're diagnosed. Some of them go much longer than that. And then Gail, one little thing is holding up her progress. Somebody forgot to call her. Well, this is back spasm, so she'll be okay. We'll get through that. Hands-on medicine, physical therapy, chiropractic, osteopathic is going to help her. But what if it were an abnormal mammogram or an abnormal blood test that might indicate cancer? Let's get proactive. Does that not make sense? It does to me, folks. Well, there I go again, using more time than they give me. Thank you for your kind attention. We'll see you tomorrow, folks.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Did you know lifestyle diseases are a $2 trillion economic burden annually? Benjamin Franklin once said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Don't wait for a diagnosis, disease, or other ailment to surprise you. Eat an apple, take a walk, give a hug. Take positive preventive steps towards a healthier lifestyle, and you'll experience vitality every day. It's not crazy, just healthy.
Many people are searching for God's purpose for their lives. Artist Freeman Nelson is a pastor and author who helps inspire positive transformations. His new book, Morphed, describes how each of us can be changed from a person burdened with regret to someone who is free to develop a close personal relationship with God. Available at Amazon, your local bookstore, or call 1-800-473-5106. That's 800-473